The diagram below shows a cone. The shaded part is the thickness of the cone. The internal volume is 34,650 cubic centimeters. The internal base area is 3,850 square centimeters. Take pi to be 3.142. Calculate the internal height and the radius. Calculate the internal height and the radius. Question 2. Given that the cone is 0.7 centimeters thick, calculate the external volume of the cone. So now to answer question 1, we need to be familiar with the formulas of the given data. Since we have volume, internal volume with I, which is equal to 34,650 cubic centimeters, and we have base area of the internal cone, which is 3,850 square centimeters. Now, how do we calculate volume of the cone? So, volume of the cone is calculated by 1/3 pi r squared h. Then area, the base area of the cone. So, cone, it is circular. It is circular in structure. So, how do we calculate area of the circular or area of the circle? So, area of the circle is calculated by r squared. So, question 1, they want us to find h and r. So, according to the information we have gathered or data we have gathered here, we can calculate r first, then we calculate h later. So, let's calculate r by using this formula, which is area equal to pi r squared. So, area equal to, so where there is A, we are going to plug in. Where there is A, we are going to plug in 3,850, which is equal to pi. So, pi is given as 3.142 times r squared. So, at this stage, we have to divide both sides by 3.142. 3.142. So this will cancel. So r squared will be equal to 3,850 over 3.142. At this stage, you can get your calculator and divide the figures. So when we divide this figure, we are getting 1,225.33. So now we need to get rid of this power 2 by introducing square roots to both sides of the equation. So this will cancel. So r equal to square root of 1,225, which is equal to 35.00. So it is just 35. So 35 centimeters is the value of r. So now let's calculate the value of h since we have the value of r. So volume equal to 1/3 by r squared h. So now where there is v, we are going to replace 34,650 equal to 1/3 times pi 3.142 times radius, which is 35 squared, times height. So now this one will be 34,650 equal to 3 into 3.142, which is 1.047. Then 35 squared, this one will give us 1,225 times h. So now we need to multiply 1.047 to 1,225. So if we multiply the two figures, so if we multiply 1.047 to 1,225, we are getting 1,282. 82.5 h. So now to make h subject of the formula, we have to divide both sides by 1,282.5. So these will cancel. So now if we have to divide 1,282.5 into 34,650. So when we divide the two numbers, we are getting 27.01, which is 27 centimeters. So this is the value of h. We go to question 2. Given that the cone is 0.7 centimeters thick, calculate the external volume of the cone. So this thickness has been given to be 0.7 centimeters. So they want us to find the volume of the cone, the outermost cone. So now to calculate the volume of the outermost cone, we need to apply this formula. This is volume equal to 1/3 by r squared h. So we need to use capital letter R and capital letter H. Now for capital letter R, we need radius from this point up to that point. So we need this radius. So now this radius from this point up to the circumference there, it is going to be, since we have calculated small letter r as 35, so we'll say small letter r plus 0.7. So capital letter r will be equal to small letter r is 35 plus 0.7. So capital letter R will be equal to 35.7 centimeters. Then as for capital letter H, we need height from this point up to that point, which is capital letter H. So now this H, we have to add this thickness, which is 0.7, and the thickness which is at the bottom, and the thickness which is at the bottom. So capital letter H will be 0.7 plus 0.7 plus the calculated small letter h plus this h, which is 27. So 0.7, it is the one which is coming from the top part, and this other 0.7, it is the one which is coming from the bottom, for us to have the complete height. So capital letter H will be equal to 0.7 plus 0.7 plus 27. This will give us 28.4 centimeters. So now we have gathered data, we can calculate the question. So volume equal to 1/3 times 3.142 times radius, capital letter R, we have calculated 35.7 squared times capital letter H, which is 28.4. So volume equal to 3.142 times 35.7 squared times 28.4. So if we punch all these numbers on the calculator, we are getting 112,124 .53 over 3. So now if we divide 3 into 112,124.53, we are getting 37,374.84. So this is the volume of the larger cone, or the outermost cone. So now if we round off to 3 significant figures, we are going to have 37,400 cubic centimeters. Thank you for watching. This is Mr. Mringa E. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to share the videos.